Hi there. Welcome to Tai Chi Fit 360 with Jan. Today I'm going to do something different than a regular move. I'm going to work with you on the animal frolics, the 5 animal frolics, hence an animal, Minnie Mouse, both front and back. So the animal frolics come in a variety of intensities. And for this particular video, I am simply going to do the easiest version, the least intense version. They all get more complicated. That'll be in another video. So the 5 animal frolics are the tiger, the deer, the bear, the monkey, and the crane. Those 5. So the tiger begins with your hands just down here, and you kind of swirl them around and create soft fists. And then you pull the fists up right toward your heart, and then they flip over and press out and become claws. Okay, I think I'm reaching up beyond the camera range. Claws. And then they come down, returning into paws and pressing down and coming back into claws. So you reach out right there and give a nice little exhale. And then you inhale as you come up, and you can exhale as you reach your claws, and really stretch those arms. This is Qigong, so you can stretch the arms out. Reaching back down, paws appear, and pressing those claws out, sharpening those claws. And you do this 3 times. So inhale, they come up, claws come out, and then tiger paws come down. The next animal I'm going to do is the deer, and the deer is a sway, and you can step out if you're rather athletic, but most people prefer staying in that neutral area. The arms float out once, twice, just to get the used to the feeling of sweeping out. And then when you reach the apex of the swing at one point, the 2 middle fingers fold in. The 2 middle fingers fold in, and these are the deer antler. You sweep out one more time to the opposite direction. The weight goes in this foot where the hands are. The other foot's an empty step. You step forward, pivot the toe around as far as it can go. And sometimes it only goes 45 degrees, that's fine. And then the antlers sweep straight across. The bottom arm tucks into the waist. You lean out over this leg, this bent leg in front. This arm stretches out whichever way it can go. The preferred way is straight out or even overhead. And then the head turns, if possible, to look back at that heel. Boom, just like that. You take a breath or 2, and then on the next inhale, the arms float up. You come back upright, stepping back in as the arms reach out all the way to the side. Fingers come back out again, and swaying. You can bring the fingers in this time, and you can sway as many times as you want. Come around, and then we do the opposite side. The weight's in that foot with the arms, stepping out, pivot on the heel. Weight goes over that leg, and we don't do this. We don't overextend. We just let the weight shift, and then toss the antlers. One arm tucks in, the other arm stretches out, and if you can, look back toward your heel. Breathing. And the next inhale, you inhale, come on up. Breath does the work. Yeah. And sway. So this is what it looks like without stopping. Let's see, I'll make my antlers here. I'll come around, step out, and toss. Boom, right there. Breathing. Inhale, stepping in. No antlers here. Antlers appear. They sweep over there. Weight in this foot. Stepping out, pivot, and tossing those antlers. Inhale, antlers go away. We usually do this 3 times. So, antlers, swing, step out, pivot, toss those antlers and twist. Inhale, coming up, step back, sway. You can sway as many times as you want. I'm just going to do it 2 times. Swaying out here, weight goes in that foot, stepping out, pivoting the toe, and toss. Inhale, come back. And you can sway once or twice just to finish. And then on to the next animal, the bear. Hands form soft fists, and your knuckles, see if I can show you, your knuckles just kind of poke out a little bit, and they just press into your torso, just a little bit, not very hard at all, just enough to feel that, and then you circle, okay? And you circle and inhale and exhale. And once you finish 2 circles in one direction, you stop and you go in the opposite direction, inhaling and exhaling. And just drag those fingers about maybe 3 to 4 inches around your belly button. And then the other way around, inhaling and exhaling. And the torso does as big of a twist as you can. And you're actually trying to be that animal. So think about being a bear. Think about being a deer. Think about being a tiger or a monkey or a crane as you do that. And then when you've done it in all the directions, in both directions 3 times, come back to the beginning. You can sync the chi if you like, whatever you want, and go on to the monkey. The monkey can be difficult for some people. So for people that have balance issues, you don't really necessarily want to go up on your toes very far. You can just lean your weight forward, okay? The perfect way of doing monkey, or the preferred way of doing monkey, is, again, soft fists down here, and very quickly come up on your toes, and the hands come up right about to the chin height, and your shoulders hunch up a lot. And then you look in one direction, and you look in the other direction, back forward again, and then press down, and your heels come back down to the floor. So this is an inhale, looking straight, looking straight. There's your exhale. And the last time, inhale, look, forward, look, forward, and exhale. That's the monkey. And then we move on to the crane. So you can sync the chi if you like, or whatever. If you're just doing these as +1s, just add it in. The crane, the simplest version, is wings come out, wings come in, wings come out, wings come in. 3rd time, and the knees are flexed. You can't tell right now until I turn, but the wings come in. Now, that's the first set. The second set, 1 foot steps in, toe taps, and sink a little bit. and float up and sink. Now you're actually becoming a crane, right? Inhaling and exhaling. And on the last three, the toe comes up and the arms come up. And then the toe comes down, the arms come down. Inhale up, the inhale does the work. Exhale, and everything sinks back down. And floating up last time, and coming back down. And of course, we have to do it on the other side. So usually 3, just neutral, knees flexed. Second wing flap. And the third one. And especially if you're dealing with seniors, you just bring that toe in and 3 more wing flaps. So the weight is mostly on one foot and the toe is just helping you balance. 2 and 3. And then now the third set is we lift the toe and the arms come up. Now, how high do you lift the toe? It doesn't matter. It can be an inch. Boom, I'm floating that foot. Or it can be making the knee come all the way up. It doesn't matter, okay? And then that's the end of crane. Onward to the other side. Okay, we're starting with tiger, yes. So form the claws, the paws rather. The claws form the paws. Pulling up, inhale, exhale, press. And then claws form paws, pushing it down and press. Notice I'm not really doing anything with my body. It's all in my core, holding me straight up and down. Inhaling and exhaling. And then the deer, swaying, swaying, swaying out here, forming my antlers, swinging over there, weight shifts into that foot, the other foot steps out. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. Pivoting the toe and then sweeping it around so that my eyes can see my back heel. Boom, this arm tucks in. That arm stretches out. Inhaling, coming up. Hands are back to hands again. And then I'm going to make my antlers, sweeping out over this way, stepping out, pivoting that toe, and tossing my antlers. Inhaling up, stepping back, sweeping, sweeping, antlers, stepping out, and tossing. Inhaling, coming back up, sweeping, sweeping, antlers, tossing it out, stepping out, and there I am, tossing my antlers. And one more time, swoosh, swoosh, make the antlers, off to the other side, stepping out, pivot the toe, and tossing, inhaling, sweep, sweep, forming the antlers. One more sweep, step out, turn the toe, and lean into that antler toss. Last one, inhale, and stepping back, and then you can sweep just a couple of sweeps if you like with your hands relaxed. The bear, really become the bear. Hands form soft fists. Knuckles, press into the abdomen, right about a few inches below the navel, and then circle it, inhaling and exhaling. And you can really dramatically be the bear, lumbering along. When this gets more advanced, there are other things that the bear does that are quite funny, bear-like. And around and around, inhaling and exhaling. Remember to cue that. A lot of people forget because there's so much going on. This is my last set of circles, I do believe. And done. Then on to the monkey. The monkey forms paws here. Actually, what they're doing is grabbing their peaches. And everything comes up, boom. Heels are off the floor. Can you see that? Yeah, I guess so. I should step back. Heels are off the floor. Shoulders are hunched up. Peaches are right here by my chin. I'm protecting them. And I look one side, forward, the other side, forward, and then I can relax it and put my peaches down. Again, here's your inhale. Looking, forward, and pressing them down. This is a lot of core work. So if you can only do this, that is perfectly fine. My heels are still on the floor, but my weight's in my toes. That's a thing. And now crane. Floating up, arms, floating down. Floating up, floating down. Last one with both feet firm on the floor. And now I step one toe in and float up and down, up and down. It can be this minimal or it can be this dramatic. It doesn't matter. The last set, the toe comes off the floor. It can be an inch. Oops, I forgot. It can be an inch, arms go all the way up, or it can be all the way up if you like. It doesn't matter. It's all about working the core. Fabulous. Let's see what Minnie's got on the backside here. We start with the tiger. So knees are flexed. You're not going to see much here because it's all work in the core. So I've got soft paws right now. I've made my claws and made my paws. They're coming up and overhead and stretching out. And then on the exhale, they come down and press out into claws again. And the head actually does pivot up, for looking down and up. Inhaling, pressing up. Here's your exhale. Then you inhale again. Make your pause and exhale down. I've got my claws out. Last one, I've got my paws coming up and claws and pause. All right, now on to deer. So we're going to do the hula here. Sway, sway. At some point on the outside end, you're going to fold those fingers in. Then you're going to sweep them over one time. Step out with the opposite foot. Pivot that toe. Shift your weight onto that leg. And toss those antlers. One arm overhead, one arm tucked in. Looking toward the back heel. Inhale, arms come up. Antlers are released and floating out. You can do this. as many times as you feel is needed for balance purposes. I'm going to make my antlers over here, sweep them over there. Now my weight's over here. I step forward, pivot the toe, and toss my antlers one arm in, one arm extended, and look back at that opposite heel. Inhaling, coming up, let go of my antlers, and here we go again. Forming my antlers. Weight shifts, stepping out, pivot, and boom. Inhale. Sweep, sweep, form the antlers, let them go across. Stepping out, pivot the toe, and off we go again. Notice this knee is never past that toe, right? It is correct alignment. Letting go. And forming the antlers last time. Stepping out, pivoting around. Boom, there you go. Inhale. Step back. Sweep. Sweep. Antlers. Sweep it over, shifting your weight. Step out. Toe pivots and toss those antlers over there. And inhale and come on back. That's the deer. Onward to the bear, and you're really not going to be able to see this much, but my hands are pressing in my abdomen, my knuckles rather, are in my abdomen. Just gentle rubbing, but really emphasize the torso rotation. So you're actually twisting this way, coming forward, twisting the opposite way, and then coming back. Yeah? And then shifting direction. And it doesn't have to be that dramatic, but that's what you're headed toward. So it can be as simple as just a little bit. And then the opposite direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Just remember to cue it. Go the other way. And you're done with the bear. Hands are at rest again. Now, the monkey. And I'll do the monkey the easiest way first. People with balance issues, you're going to grab your peaches right here in front, which you can't see. And then I'm going to shift my weight forward and bring everything up. My heels are staying on the floor. I look one way, forward, the other way, forward, and press that down. This is for the shoulders, pressing them down. Grab up your peaches again, and the general way that you do this is inhale and everything comes up. It's a lot of core work right here. Turn, forward, turn, forward, and settle it all down. Press those peaches back down. And the last time, you do it 3 times. Inhale and up. And you're going to be unstable on your legs. That's okay. It comes with practice, right? Looking one way, looking forward, looking the other way, looking forward, and then everything presses back down into the floor. And finally, the crane. So wings are out and in. Weight is in your heels. And 2. The third one completes the first set. Then you shift your weight over and the toe taps. This is the version number 1. And you can sink down if you like. Some people just can't do that. And then on the third set, the toe floats up. It can just lift off the floor, but the arms come up as high as they can and sink down. Or the foot can come up a little bit farther and the arms sink down. Or you can lift the knee all the way up till it's horizontal with the floor, that top of the leg, and come back down. Stepping out, Here's the other side. And 2. That's your exhale right there. This is your inhale. And the third one. And now we're going to step in. So the weight shifts. Stepping in. Crane. Become the crane. 2. And third one. And now set number 3. Toe lifts. And down. Remember, it doesn't matter how high the foot goes. It's a relaxed foot. It's not a pointed toe, by the way. All the way up is what we're worried about. We're concerned with the arms. We're not worried about anything. And then come back down. Sink the chi, whatever you're going to do. Off to this side, just in case you missed something. I'm going to step way back over here so I don't hit the wall, but you can see everything above my head. So again, tiger. Knees are flexed just a little bit. Grab up those soft paws from the claws. Here's your inhale and exhale. It's really fun to do the roar part too. Make your soft paws. Inhaling, exhaling here. Inhaling. My grandson loves it. And make the paws come down and I don't know how many I've done, so I'm going to do one more. Inhaling. Tiger. Soft paws. Tiger. Beautiful. Let's step out a little bit here and go for the deer. So sweeping sideways and sideways, sideways. Remember, everything's flexed. I want to show you. I'm making the antlers now. Coming out over here. Lift that heel, step out, turn the toe, and boom, there you go. Deer. Inhale, stepping back. Once, twice. Form your antlers. Come back across and step out and sweep them over. And up and step back. So you don't want to step out so far that you lose your balance. I made my antlers. Here they are. I'm stepping out. Tossing. Now. Inhale. Bring them back in. Stepping back. Making my antlers. Sweeping them out over. Stepping out. Pivot the heel. Shift the weight. Toss the antlers. Look at that heel. Inhaling, coming back over the top, stepping in. Sway once, sway twice. Form the antlers. They come back one more time, stepping out. Pivot the heel, press the weight, and toss the antlers. Inhale, come back in, and you're done. Bear. Soft fists, press just below the navel and circle around. You can rotate your body to any dramatic proportions that you like. Just don't get that circle all the way across your torso. You want it right around here in the Tantien area. And circling the other way. Inhaling and exhaling. And then back the other way. Inhaling and exhaling. Usually I go slower than this. I don't know why I'm so fast right now. End of bear. Monkey. The easiest version first is just flex knees, grab the peaches, and shift the weight forward onto the toes while the shoulders come up and the peaches come up. Looking one way. I typically look to the right first. I don't know why. Straight and to the other way. Then When you're looking straight again, everything comes back, and don't forget to shift your weight back into your heels. Put the peaches down. You can grab them again for the second one, lifting up one side, other side, and press them back down. It's really big time core work. Takes quite a few practices to get this so that you can hold yourself without wobbling. Boom. And press it down. And then the crane, sweeping out and in. And if you like, you can do this too. You can sink as you come back in. You can become the crane as early as the first set, which is probably a good thing. So I'll do it 3 times. Boom. And float and sink. And that's the first set. So I'll step in this time, toe, just rests. Floating up is your inhale. This is your exhale. Last one, becoming the crane. And now we're going to lift the toe. It can be that far. It's still being lifted. Exhale, inhale. It can be that far. It's still being lifted. And sorry about that. All the way up. I was thinking about my toe. It can be this far, and still it's being lifted. And it can be all the way up, up, up. Foot is relaxed. Knee is all the way up. Hands are all the way up. And then everything relaxes back down. That's the crane. So I hope I've made that clear as mud. Those are the animal frolics. There are no mice, I'm sorry. But thanks for joining me today. And I will be adding a lot of other plus ones. This is just one version of the animal frolics. I'm going to be adding more complex versions, but not for a while, because there are a lot of other things I need to get to first. So if this is not a version of Animal Frolics that you know of, do your own. There are so many versions that it really doesn't matter, but basically they're all the same. You are becoming the animal, and you are using a lot more core work and breath work than just traditional stuff that we do in Tai Chi. There's a lot of balance involved here. There's a lot of core work, and there's a lot of breath work. So those are the important things, not how they're done. This is, again, it's Qigong. It's not traditional Tai Chi. So there are as many flavors of Qigong as there are of Tai Chi, probably more. There's no wrong way, but what I wanted to give you guys was an example of the 5 animal frolics as I was taught to them, that they were taught to me rather. And I hope that's what I did and not made it too confusing. If you like this channel, please do go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. And until then, keep breathing and go with the flow. Have a great day. Bye now.